So I'm Jennifer Graham, and I'm the Coastal Coordinator here at the Ecology Action Centre. In October 2007, the joint panel review, the federal-provincial joint panel that was responsible for the environmental assessment for the proposed White Points Marine Quarry and Terminal released a visionary document. Their final report recommended the absolute rejection of the proposed quarry and marine terminal, and on November 20th, 2007, the Minister of Environment and Labour showed great foresight and vision and leadership by accepting that recommendation. The panel report made a number of other recommendations. These recommendations can be seen as a pathway or guidepost towards sustainable prosperity for Nova Scotia. One of these recommendations was that the province of Nova Scotia move to adopt a comprehensive coastal zone management policy for the province. The province committed to developing a coastal zone management framework in the November 22nd, 2007 speech to the Throne, but they seem to have forgotten some of the other recommendations that were part of the panel report. For example, the joint panel recommended a moratorium on all quarries in the North Mountain until such time as a coastal zone management policy was developed and implemented. It also recommended that an environmental impact assessment be required for all quarries, regardless of size. The Spicer Quarry, which was approved a few days ago, was 3.9 hectares. It does not trigger an environmental assessment under our current regulations. However, the Minister did have the full power to recommend environmental assessment should he have chosen to do so. This is the first quarry to be approved since the White Point Quarry report, and up until this time, the provincial government has not actually made a public statement about whether or not it was going to accept the additional recommendations. The decision to approve the Spicer Quarry is an answer in of itself. And the Minister could have endorsed all these recommendations and actually led the way towards real economic and environmental prosperity. This provincial government takes great pride in proclaiming that our environment and our economy must be connected, they must be linked. We can't have a healthy economy without the environment. And I couldn't agree more with that statement. But he's missing a few of the other connections that are important. One is the connection that people have with their environment, and the other is the connection that communities have with their government. I think Gretchen put it well when she said that Nova Scotians are suffering a crisis of faith. There is an erosion of public trust that the government will protect our interest when it comes to decision making about the environment. The approval of the Spicer Quarry raises a number of important questions. Why has the government of Nova Scotia not supported the recommendations of the Joint Review Panel and taken the steps that are necessary to ensure meaningful consultation with local government and with communities? Why did the Minister of Environment not use the powers he has to require an environmental assessment on the Spicer Quarry? Why is our government so focused on promoting aggregate extraction activities, just as they would have done in Digby Neck if the panel hadn't stepped up and said no? And why is it still so hard for communities around the province? Why are they still fighting an uphill battle in order to be given a meaningful voice in decision making about aggregate removal? I think, to sum it up, I can say this is a very disappointing day for Nova Scotia.